There will be killing till the score is paid. You forced yourselves upon this house. Fight your way out or run for it if you think you'll escape death. I doubt one man of you skins by. They felt their knees fail and their hearts, but heard Eurymachus for the last time rallying them. Friends, he said, the man is implacable. Now that he's got his hands on bow and quiver, he'll shoot from the big door stone there until he kills us to the last man. Fight, I say. Let's remember the joy of it. Swords out, hold up your tables to deflect his arrows. After me, everyone, rush him where he stands. If we can budge him from the front door, if we can pass into the town, we'll call out men to chase him. This fellow with his bow will shoot no more. He drew his own sword as he spoke, a broadsword of fine bronze, honed like a razor on either edge. Then, crying hoarse and loud, he hurled himself at Odysseus. But the kingly man let fly an arrow at that instant, and the quivering feathered butt sprang to the nipple of his breast as the barb stuck in his liver. The bright broadsword clanged down. He lurched and fell aside, pitching across his table. His cup, his bread and meat were split and scattered far and wide, and his head slammed on the ground. Revulsion, anguish in his heart, with both feet kicking out, he downed his chair while the shrouding wave of mist closed on his eyes. So he tried to rally his friends, and now he is dead. Amphinomus now came running at Odysseus, broadsword naked in his hand. He thought to make the great soldier give way at the door, but with the spear thrown from behind Telemachus, hit him between the shoulders, and the lance head drove clear through his chest. He left his feet and fell forward, thudding, forehead against the ground. Telemachus swerved around him, leaving the long dark spear planted in Amphinomus. If he paused to yank it out, someone might jump him from behind or cut him down with a sword. At the moment, he bent over, so he ran from the tables to his father's side and halted, panting, saying, Father, let me bring you a shield and spear, a pair of spears, a helmet. I can arm on the run myself. I'll give outfits to Eumaeus and this cowherd. Better to have equipment. Said Odysseus, Run then, while I hold them off with arrows as long as the arrows last. When all are gone, if I'm alone, they can dislodge me. Quick, upon his father's word, Telemachus ran to the room where spears and armor lay. He caught up 4 light shields, 4 pairs of spears, 4 helms of war, high plumed with flowing manes, and ran back, loaded down to his father's side. He was the first to pull a helmet on and slide his bare arm in a buckler strap. The servants armed themselves, and all 3 took their stand beside the master of battle. While he had arrows, he aimed and shot, and every shot brought down one of his huddling enemies. But when all barbs had flown from the bowsman's fist, he leaned his bow in the bright entryway beside the door, and armed, a 4-ply shield hard on his shoulder, and a crested helm horse-tailed, nodding stormy upon his head, then took his tough and bronze-shod spears. Odysseus and Telemachus, along with their 2 allies, cut down all the suitors. Athena also makes appearance, rallying their spirits and ensuring that none of her favorites is injured. Finally, the great hall is quiet. So they've done it. They have killed all of the suitors, and they were very outnumbered, but they were able to do it with their own strength and with the help of Athena. In blood and dust, he saw that crowd all fallen, many and many slain. Think of a catch that fishermen haul into a half-moon bay. In a fine mesh net from the white caps of the sea, how all are poured out on the sand in throes for the salt sea, twitching their cold lives away in Helios's fiery air. So lay the suitors heaped on one another. And this is a really nice Homeric simile comparing the men piled dead on top of each other to a big pile of fish that was hauled out of the sea. It's a pretty powerful image. And we will pick up with the trunk of the olive tree in our next reading. The battle is over, guys. That was crazy.